Guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it's a different video, but I'm wearing the same outfit as my last video because I wanted to film this video earlier, but time did not permit. So I just thought, why not kill two birds with one stone. My name is lynnnjaphet for those who don't know me, and today, from the title of the video, I'm going to talk about challenges of a young entrepreneur. For those that follow my blog, or like I've been following this channel for a long time, I'm an entrepreneur. I run about 2 businesses, and I also do YouTube, and I have a blog. So I run a business segment sort of on my blog, and I talk to people about maybe my last post was about how to run a side business while you have a 9-to-5 job. So I'm going to put a description of that in the description box below, so you can check that out if you're interested about that video. So I'm just going to talk about challenges I have faced. I write a lot, like I write things down, so I may be looking at my phone to remind myself of the points I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to give you a brief background story about my business and how I started. So basically, I finished 2011, and after that I went for my NYC, my masters, and all that good stuff. But I knew that I've always wanted to have like a business of mine. I have interest in hair, makeup, beauty, and all that. So I started 2 businesses. The first is makeup line, but we're specialized on eyelashes. That's Eco Makeup. I'll put the description down below for you to check them out. Eco Lashes. Then also I have a business that's called Niger Naturals, and Niger Naturals, I've been running that one anonymously for a long time. Even till now, I really don't put my identity in front of it. I'm going to talk about why I do that, or why you may want to consider that in the remainder part of this video. But for the purpose of what I'm saying right now, I'm just telling you about the businesses. So I run just 2 businesses, and in between I do a lot of affiliate, like marketing for companies and all that. So I'm just going to talk about how the challenges I've faced, because I'm young and I'm trying to make some money and all that good stuff. So if you'd like to know more, please keep watching. The first challenge that I faced, obviously, when I started my business was raising capital. Now, I've talked about this previously, like if you have been privileged to have parents that believe in your dreams, and what you can do is actually write a proper proposal. Even if your parents are not the very structured or rigid people, it's also always nice to put your ideas on paper, so they will know that you're serious. You're actually not just that you lend me like £1,000 or something like that. No, you actually really know what you're doing, the expected returns, when you tend to pay them back. And it's not like you don't want a gift, you want something that you'll be able to give them back the loan that they gave you. So you can explore that option if you have parents. But if not, if you're like me and you have to save up and develop your business, here's what I did. I decided that I wanted to start a business basically 2012, and when I thought about that, I started saving towards it. Now, saving is not so easy. Everybody knows that saving is like the hardest thing to do. But I mean, if you have a vision and you have a goal, you will save towards it. So I saved towards it. I started the Eco Makeup at first, and I was able to save enough, and the business was capital intensive, but not so capital intensive. So it depends on the kind of idea that you have. You probably think of the best capital sourcing method that you want to use. Another way is maybe you can apply to like companies that give loans, like Bank of Industry of Nigeria, Tony Elumelu Foundation, and think people like that give a lot of. And if you're not in Nigeria, you probably have the equivalent of all those companies that give startups loans and all that. So you can explore that option. So the first challenge that I have was startup capital. As soon as I was able to save enough, I later asked my dad for a loan. He gave me some money, and it wasn't like he gave me like £1 million or something, but he gave me sufficient money, a little bit of money. I added it to what I already had, and that's the good thing. You always have to tell them, hey, I have, or whoever is financing you, I have 30% or 50% or 60%, I just need 40%. It kind of shows that you're serious and you know what you're doing. So if I tell you, oh, hello, I have 500,000 and I need 750,000 here, and I need you to borrow me 250,000 to add it up, you will probably think, okay, can I see what you want to do it for? And you have to trust me that I actually have the money. So that will really help in getting money. That's the first challenge that I faced, startup capital, and I've talked about how I handled it. So I saved up the money and I started working, and I started with the little I had. I didn't wait till I had like 10 million naira or like £1 million naira. Even I started my business with less than 200,000 naira. As I started my business with. So make do with what you have, and then you will value your growth process more. That's the first challenge. Now the second challenge I started facing as a young entrepreneur, I'm still a young entrepreneur, I'm still facing now, is record keeping. Now that's like, I studied accounting in my undergraduate, so I actually had a bit of knowledge of things like, let me say, PH3, some softwares that will help me like keep my daily sales and all that. But you'll be surprised that when it comes to your own business, you are so lackadaisical about it. Because my business is sort of a retail-based business, so there's a lot of money exchange, like physical cash and maybe even like online cash. But the thing is, the money goes straight into my account. So like it was really hard for me to record sales, and because of the items that I was retailing, like I said, lashes, it was really difficult for me to write down sales and all that. But I had to discipline myself. Basically, like there's an app that I installed. I'm going to share the name of the app. It's called Invoice Template or Invoice Simple. It really helped me to like track my sales. I just registered on the app like most of the products that I have, all the styles, everything that I did, and I just recorded like the prices. So when people like just like other items, I just make an invoice and send a receipt, so that at the end of the month I can directly tell how much I made, how much I spent. Record keeping is like one of the huge challenges. If you have the capacity to employ an accountant, please do. Or even if you don't want to spend all that money like in employing an accountant for a young startup, what you can do is actually, you know, use the pen and biro and paper, the pen and paper technique. Write down everything that you sell. Make sure that you back it up on your computer in case you lose like the book or something. So that's really one challenge that I faced as a young entrepreneur, and I've told you how you can overcome it. I'll put the app details here so you can check that out. Another thing that, you know, I face as a challenge of being a young entrepreneur is, you know, treating family and friends different from business. Now, one thing I really try to avoid is people that owe, in the sense like debtors. Now what happens when those debtors are your friends, that people like maybe they patronize your business? So they say, well, hi Tosin, can I have like 30 pieces of lashes? I want to put it in my shop, or I want to use them on my face or whatever. And then you're like, oh, okay, it costs us so and so. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll pay you on Wednesday. And then Wednesday comes and goes. No text, no message. You've already written down your book that someone is owing you. Sometimes because of the relationship that you have with the person, you even send an invoice so that the person knows that I'm not playing, it's actually a business. But still the person doesn't give you the money, especially when they're a friend or they're your relatives. So how would you, how would you recover debt? And if you keep doing that, you're definitely going to lose. So one thing that my dad taught me was just like, you know what, they're not owing you, they're owing your business. So you have to treat your business like a business so that people can understand that I'm not playing. So when you owe me, the moment I realize that you're going to be a debtor, when I send the invoice, I put a clause, hi, or I put, thank you for your patronage, you have 14 working days to pay up, and a reminder will be sent in 7 days. If the person has shame, they would pay up. If the person doesn't, you send a text or a mail, hello, you owe a co makeup 5,000 naira. So it's not like you owe Tosin, or it's not like, hey girl, you're owing me. No, it's you owe my business, or so and so and so, and I really appreciate it for you to pay me back, or to pay my business back. So it gives people like a sense of responsibility, like, oh, this girl is treating her business like a business, so definitely I should. So that's one thing. I really struggled with this. I really struggled with like letting people know that you can't just come and take freebies. If you were selling cars, I won't just come and pick a car from your warehouse or from your car lot and say, oh, because you're my friend. So because I'm selling smaller items, or I'm retailing smaller items, doesn't mean I should take advantage of that. So that's business. Another challenge I faced as a business is running a business anonymously. Now I told you one of the businesses I run is Nigerian Naturals. I have a couple of businesses, but for the purpose of this video, I'm mentioning just two. That's Eco Makeup and Nigerian Naturals. Now Nigerian Naturals is an online community for natural hair. I started that when I started getting mails from people on my blog saying, oh, I want to do this, my hair is this, my hair is, and I was thinking, how am I going to answer like 30 people asking the same questions? I want to transition. So I'm like, okay, instead of Tosin answering the questions, why don't I create an online community where people can just go drop their questions and other people can answer? So I started with the Instagram page, Nigerian Naturals. Glory be to God, the name wasn't taken. I registered it. I opened the IG page. Now we have about 5,000 followers, and it's been great. But the thing is, running the business, and also I created a website for that, nigeriannaturals.com. All the details will be here for you to check them out, and for resources and all that good stuff. But I realized that sometimes when you put your face or your name to a business, people commonize that business. In the sense that if I say, oh, there's this company called Nigerian Naturals, they help with resources, there's consultation fee if you want to, if you want a one-on-one, you pay like, let me say 5,000 naira per month or something. People will be like, oh, as long as they will help me, I'll pay. But if I go, it's my business, so you know I'm your friend now and I know about hair, let me help you with your hair. People will be like, Tosin, I can't give you my money, you're my friend now. So I've realized that people commonize your talents when they know you. Not because you're not skilled, but because that's just the human nature. So I thought to combat that, I didn't put my name to it. I was even advertising for Nigeria Naturals for the first year. We've been running it for almost 2 years now. So and I didn't put my name to it. With the first event that we had as a company, I decided to use my friend. Maybe she'll come up on my vlogs one time. She's also an entrepreneur, as the face of the brand. She's also a naturalista. She was like the spokesperson. I was in England then. I was in Scotland then. So I was even so grateful to God that I was able to run the event from the UK. So she helped me to do that. So most people actually thought it was her business, but I was working behind the scenes. And as the brand grew, of course, I needed to put a face there, and I was so grateful that I've already established a reputation, a name. We sell products, we work with other brands, we work with other stylists, and so it's actually not Tosin. And that's what I realized. Most people in our age group are so caught up with, I'm a CEO, that they don't even focus on what their business is doing. They're focusing on, oh, I run. You're running, it's a service you're providing. It's not really you. At the end of the day, it depends on your goals. As an entrepreneur, if you want your business to be listed on the stock exchange one day, you can't just be doing I. You intend to recruit staff. You even get so busy so much that you can't really run your business yourself. So that's one thing I was able to do. I said in the beginning of the video that I was going to talk about how you're going to do. It's really easy to run a business anonymously. You can use your resources. I already ran a blog, so I was able to use that for ads. I was able to reach out to fellow bloggers. I didn't even reach out as myself. I reached out as, I'm working with this brand. It's not even a lie, because I'm actually working with the brand. So they helped me to push it forward. I paid for some ads, and you know, that's another challenge I face, running the business anonymously. Okay, yeah, the challenge is because when I started running the business, people were like, to say, what's this brand? You have to even now be careful not to give out too much information and all of that. But I was able to overcome that, and today, those that don't know and those that don't know still don't know. Briefly, another challenge that you face as an entrepreneur is saving and plowing back profits. I already discussed about saving in the beginning of the video, so I won't go too much into that. The first thing is create a separate account for your business. Like, make sure you don't have credit cards for it. Try, if you're bad at saving, give it to your parents. If you're bad at saving, train yourself to save. Like, it's your life. You can't always how would I put it, delegate responsibilities to people when it comes to the works of your hands. So you have to really create a separate account. Make sure that the money that you make from the business goes into that, and make sure that you use the business money to fund the business. Don't now take all your salary and be pumping it into your business if your business is not making money. There's really no sense in that. So make sure that your business is making money so you can plow back profits. That's what it's called, plowing back profits. When you take money that you made from the business and put it into the business. Don't now go and take your business money and be using it to buy shoes. That's not your day-to-day expenses. For a startup, for the first almost 6 months, you should just be saving. Don't spend your money. Look for accountability partners. Make sure that everything is written down. Just be disciplined. That's really, for you to be an entrepreneur, you have to be disciplined. So that's really that saving and plowing back profit. Another thing that, that challenges as a business is that advertisements and advertisement budgets. Now, because you're a young company, you don't really know, not everyone is a blogger, not everyone knows bloggers, so you might not really be able to advertise the way you want to, but you just have to invest in your business. You just have to. I know someone that let's say they were making $500 per month on his business, and he actually went to this popular blog. He invested a huge chunk of money into that blog, and his sales increased like 4 times. So I know you sometimes just have to take the risk. For you to be successful, you need to be a risk taker. So you need to be able to invest in your business. Don't be waiting for everything on ocean free. You have to invest value to get value. For Nigeria Naturals, I had to create carrier bags. Let me even show you the carrier bags. This is a bit rough because I've used it for so many things, but like I had to make carrier bags. I don't know if you can see. So that when people buy things, they'll be able to put them inside, and it's like branding. So don't just treat your business like Yoruba people say it's karakata. Don't just treat your business like buy and sell. Treat it like a brand. Treat it like when you go to Harrods, the way they will treat you. So that's really what I did. I made carrier bags, I designed the logo, I paid for it. So it's not just free. I paid for the domain name, I paid for the hosting and all that. So by the time you're investing money into your business, you would not want to teach you to treat it like a business. If you're getting everything free, you won't be able to place value on it. So that's one thing you really need to consider. If you need to make flyers, make flyers. If you need to design a proper logo, design a proper logo. If you need to buy complimentary cards, do that. So that's really what it is about your budgeting advertisement, because sometimes I even go to the salon and if I use this to put my wig, people will be like, oh, is this a physical shop? And I'm like, no, it's an online business, but it's serving as a form of advertisement for me. I don't need to put up like a poster, I don't need to even have physical products there, but even just carrying a bag shows. If someone like using banners, using people, there's so many ways that you can advertise. Maybe I'll do another video on branding and giving like free advice and all that. So there's so many things you can do to advertise your business without spending so much. Carrier bags don't cost so much. If you're just making like 100 pieces or 1,000 pieces, you should be able to get it affordable for you to do. The last topic I'm going to talk about for the challenges of an upcoming business is taxation. Now, I know that a lot of people will be like, well, I'm a young business, how will I be paying tax on something that I'm not even yet making profit on? But the truth is, for you to be a responsible citizen, you need to pay tax. Also, for your business to grow beyond your person to a full-blown business, you need to cultivate the habit of being accountable to the government and being accountable to society at large. In the sense that now, tax is something that is a long, you have to even get someone to do your taxes for you. But I know that the Nigerian government gives 3 years for a startup company before you begin to pay tax. So you have like 3 years to flex, to do whatever you want, get your business, on ground before you begin to pay tax on it. But it's really important. My business is not yet up to 3 years, so I haven't started paying tax. But I'm already started calculating how much I would pay. It's really not so much. You pay 10% of what you earn. So 10%, 30% of your income. Yeah, I think that's the tax rate for that. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think that's what it is. So I'm working on it, and also like, you need to make sure that you have your books, you have everything. Your books means like your source documents, your accounts, everything is well kept, so that when it's time for you to do your tax, you're not overcharged or you don't underpay. Because at the end of the day, in like 10 years, they might just label you with a fine for you to pay some money that you don't have, and we don't want that. So that's basically, I think I talked about 6 or 7 points about the challenges of being an entrepreneur. This video was just a chit chat video. I just thought to share my own experience with you, and do let me know what challenges you have as an entrepreneur. Hopefully this vlog, I'm going to write a text-based version as well on my own personal blog, and I'll probably expatiate more because I didn't want this video to be too long. That's why I'm trying to be as brief as possible. So yeah, that's about it, guys. These are my challenges of being an entrepreneur. I hope that in the nearest future, when I'm on Forbes list, I won't be having these problems again, because even if I'm having these problems, I will have a team of experts to help me with it. So that's that. I wish you guys all the best in your business endeavors. If you need business ideas or you need business help, do check out my business development website. It's tosinalabi.com. It's very easy. We provide business solutions, so you could check that out, and I'll send you a quote, because there's no free work in Freetown. Although we can offer free consultation for the first depending on what your business model is or business model is. It's not just me. I work with a team of people. We have a lawyer, accountant, PR person, IT specialists to help you out. So although the website is my name, I work with like a team of 5 people. If you check out my about, you see the people that I work with. So that will give you more information, and you can trust our advice better. So I love you guys, and I wish you all the best in your business. And don't forget to thumbs up this video, like it, share it, drop a comment, and yes, that's about it. And I'll speak to you guys next time. Bye.